Hi.
So great to see you today.
So great to see you too.
Easy to see. Thank you so much for meeting me with me today. I know it's really crazy and your schedule is probably really busy, but it's so good that you could take your time and meet with me today.
Yeah, of course. Of course. I'm so glad that we could come in and talk. But here's the form also that you gave me last time. I just want to return it.
Thank you very much. Now we'll just go a little over it before we start.
Okay.
But how was your weekend? Like, did you do anything exciting?
Yeah, actually, I went to the homecoming game, took my daughter to the parade, she loves the parade, and then my parents came in, so it was just kind of like a fun family event. The game was good, I'm so glad they won. It was a little chilly, but yeah, it was good.
Yes, it was there. I was actually there too, so maybe we
maybe we were like in the same area, who knows, that's funny.
So today our goal was really just to reiterate what we talked about last time.
Okay.
And then talk about maybe some problems and like prioritizing your problems.
Okay.
And then also just trying to get to know you more and what you're going through.
Okay.
But yeah, and today we won't be going over goals, but besides that, do you have any questions from what you looked over on your form from last time?
No, I think it was pretty straightforward, but yeah, if you could just go over like maybe like some of like the confidentiality stuff, it was a little confusing, but yeah, that would be great.
So confidentiality just means that whatever we say in this room stays between you and me. I cannot, for any reason, tell anybody what we talked about unless you are going to harm someone else. So I am a mandated reporter, which just means that if I suspect child abuse or elder abuse, I have to tell someone. So there's that. And then also, if you were to, I have the duty to warn and protect. So if you were to harm someone else or yourself, I do have to tell authorities just to make sure everyone's safety is our top priority.
Okay, that makes sense.
Okay,
yeah.
Perfect. So yeah, and I know last time we talked about how you're struggling a little financially, and you're having a hard time with your ex-boyfriend because he was recently incarcerated.
Yes, he was.
And then also with your daughter, you're just like having a little stress, like how to care for her and also provide for her.
Yeah.
So if you could tell me just like a little more about maybe your family history, just so I could get like a full picture of what you're really going through.
Yeah, so I had Ava, like it was completely like healthy, normal, she was a normal baby, pregnancy was fine, and giving birth was great, so that history is like great there. And then I have a mom and dad, like super awesome, very supportive. My dad, though, we kind of have a strained relationship because in high school he cheated on my mom with a close family friend, which was really difficult to go through, but they've since, rekindled that and trying to like get all, me and my sisters, I have 2 younger sisters, so kind of like let him back in, even though we were all like obviously very hurt from that. But both sets of grandparents are super awesome, super amazing. My mom has a brother, and his family is really supportive of us, loves Ava. So my dad has brothers, and they're all really supportive. But my younger sister, the middle one, she actually goes to school here at Mizzou, so I get to see her all the time, and she comes over and will sometimes help me out with Ava or pick her up and that kind of thing. So yeah, my family, super great, amazing. There's a little bit of substance abuse with my dad, just like alcohol, and kind of struggle with that. And then my grandma, like my dad's mom, kind of has that too. But luckily, me and my sisters, we don't have that. And then I guess my ex-boyfriend, his family, they live here in town. And so it's kind of like a weird dynamic just because, he's incarcerated, and I think that they feel like I have like all these hostile feelings towards him and then put it onto Ava, which is not true. But yeah, and so then they're here. But other than that,
so what would you say? So like what I'm hearing is that you have a father who wasn't like the best. You had a little bit of substance abuse problems, but your sisters are all very supportive, and your mother's supportive.
yes.
You have it seems a really strong connection with your family, except for your ex-boyfriend side, right? Is that correct?
Yeah. It's just like a little uncomfortable because he, isn't here, and so that it's like I take her over like to see them, but like he's not here, and it's just a little uncomfortable. But
yeah, that makes perfect sense.
yeah,
You don't really have that connection that you have with your own family, as well as it's just not as comfortable, not as flowy.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's
That
totally
makes
true.
sense. That's totally normal for people not to have that connection with like someone who maybe you don't have the best connection with, like your ex-boyfriend.
Yeah, like the in-laws are just
Yeah.
like a little awkward. Yeah.
So I know that you are talking about how you're struggling financially.
Mm-hmm.
Where would you like to start? With all of your problems, did you want to start financially, or maybe with your boyfriend, or?
I think preferably like financially, just because it's like really pressing. Just living month to month is difficult, so I'd like to start there.
Okay, yeah, that's perfectly fine. So if I could just ask you a few questions, I know if anything feels intrusive, like please let me know. I know some of these can be like kind of vulnerable questions, but this is a safe space, so I completely understand if you just don't want to answer or prefer to like for me to ask you a different question at that
Okay.
time. Just let me know.
Okay.
So how would you say on a scale of 1 to 10, would you say that you are struggling financially? Like 1 being not too bad and 10 being it's awful.
I would probably say like depending on the time of month, like right now, since we're going towards the end of the month, it's probably more of like a 5 to 6. But I know at the beginning of the month, it's like a 1. Like I'm not having any insecurities in that field.
That's great. So would you say like by the end of the month or the week when you have to pay bills and child support for like childcare, how much money would you say you have left over to spend?
Well, let me try to think. So I pay childcare each month or each week, sorry. And so each week, like I will pay them, and that's what he used to do, my ex-boyfriend. So I never had to worry about that. Like I was just worried with like food, electric, like the house, like all that kind of thing. And he just provided like her daycare necessarily. And so now that I'm having to do that, it's kind of like I was fine doing everything else, but with that added, like towards the end of the month, like the last 2 weeks, it's like there's $600 that I'm like, where is this coming from? That I like need to pay like this woman and to care for like she's caring for a child, but it's like I'm dipping into my savings, and then I'm like, geez, like this like can only go on for so long because eventually like what if my savings run out, and I don't want to take her out of this daycare right now, at least because it's like this is where she's comfortable, like she knows the other kids, like the teachers are super amazing, like and so it's like just this internal like struggle within because I'm like, what do I do? Because I don't want to take her out of this, but then it's like eventually like I'm not gonna be able to afford it, like as long as he's incarcerated, like to be unable to pay for it.
Yeah, wow, that must be really, really difficult and stressful for you. I couldn't imagine. Just like knowing that you not only have to focus on yourself, but you have to focus on your daughter, and you're like her full provider now that you don't have your ex-boyfriend's support.
Yeah.
So that can be really hard.
No,
And I applaud you for being able to do that.
Thank you. Yeah, it's just it's difficult, and so that's why I'm here to see you, just because it's like, what do I do now that I'm like trying to have, I'm trying to make sure that she can stay there, but then again, it's like it's just a lot of it's just uncomfortable necessarily. So.
Well, I'm glad you came so that I can help you and we can work together to try to like lessen the stress for you. And just like put everything, partialize it into little boxes so it doesn't feel so overwhelming.
Yeah, no, that would be great because overwhelming is definitely how it feels.
Yeah. So can I ask, how have you like coped with maybe your financial struggles before? Has there been any time where maybe you like say budgeted or anything like that?
I think like I've never necessarily budgeted like officially, just because like going through college, my parents fully supported me financially with schooling and like living situation, food, like spending money. Like I was really blessed by having that, and so it's not necessarily that I was like, didn't have a concept of money, but then, going right out of that, like having my first job and then becoming pregnant and having Ava, I was like, okay, like, what do I do? So I think budgeting, like, would help. It's just like, at the end of the day, like, where am I going to get this money to help pay for this? And it's like, I make too much money to qualify really for anything. And so it's like, what do I do?
Okay, I see where you're coming from.
Yeah.
So, but you would say that budgeting could be a potential like help to you.
Yeah, no, I think it would be great, and especially like working with someone and seeing like the numbers, I think would be really beneficial. I'm sure. I'm open to it. Let's just say that. Yeah.
Oh well, that's great because actually here at Hope Garden we do offer a budgeting class for parents.
Great.
And also just we also offer parenting classes. So if there's any like problem there that you need help with, we can offer assistance with that too.
Yeah, I think for that, I'm just wondering. So it's kind of difficult for me to have conversations with Ava about like where her dad is, and it's just really like she's still little, she doesn't understand, but she says dada, and then like when we're with her family, she'll say dad, and then they like glare at me. They're like, well, what are you telling her? And I'm like, well, I just like dad's not here right now, but like, I mean, I haven't like taken her to the prison to see him, and so I'm just like kind of sorting through that. So like maybe would that be something that they could help me with, like of how to tell her like he is in jail because he did something bad, and then I don't know.
Yeah. So along with the parenting classes, they do teach some courses, but there is a support group within that can I think would really be beneficial to you. It's for people who just don't know what to tell their child in difficult situations.
Yeah.
And I know.
It's a difficult situation.
Yes, it's definitely difficult. So I think that would be really good for you if you would be interested in that.
No, I think I would be really interested in that.
Great. So I know we talked about earlier, like how long, like when your ex-boyfriend got incarcerated, when did that take place? When did your problems start happening?
I think honestly, like that first month that he was not like able to provide financially, and I mean his parents aren't gonna do it just because they're often there, like they don't provide him any financial support. That first month I was like, oh my gosh, like what in the world? Like it kind of started becoming like a new norm because he wasn't there, and so now like 3 months down the line, it's like, like what do I do? So it's kind of like immediately started, I would say.
Okay. So, and also I know you talked about friends, like have any of your friends or family members really helped you deal with the burden of not having your ex-boyfriend around?
Yeah, so all my family, none of them live here. It's only his family that lives around here. But all my close friends, like they're super great and amazing. Like my little sister is amazing too. But they're working throughout the day as well, and so it's like kind of like they're gone when I'm gone, and my little sister has classes, and so I mean she'll come like pick Ava up and stuff, but there's only so much she can do, and like I just asking so much of her because she is in college, and that's like a priority too. But they definitely help like on the weekends, or if I get called to like do some extra tutoring, like definitely like taking care. So yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, it's great that you have like such a good support system. I know it's hard to ask for more when they're already giving you so much. You just don't want to feel like a burden to them.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm really glad we can provide some free services then to like get that like burden off your back.
Yes, me too.
So, I know we talked more about your finances today. Has there been any other pressing issues that you would like to go over?
No, I think that's good.
Okay, perfect. So we only have about 5 minutes left, and then at our next session, I would like to go into more goal setting, and maybe also before we end today, we'll get you enrolled maybe in some classes and then some support groups that I think would be really beneficial to you.
Yeah.
And I think that's it for today. Yeah. Thank you so much for being able to meet with me.
Thank you.
And once again, my name is Samantha. I will be your social worker here at Hope Garden for the remainder of your time. Unless you need some more additional support that we can't offer, I will be happy to refer you to someone.
Well, great.
But can I walk you out?
Yes, please.